Well, we have one more pianist to go here as Lydia Kotlova makes her way to the piano to join us. Welcome, Lydia. And I understand you're from Siberia, yes?
Yes.
Which makes me think that this is practically temperate weather for you right now. This is not too bad.
Yes.
Or is that just a stereotype of Siberia that is not fair?
It is quite cold now. It is snowy, and it is perhaps it's minus 30 centigrade right now. So
minus 30. I mean, when you say minus 30, it doesn't really matter at that point whether it's centigrade or Fahrenheit. It's still very cold. All right, I guess I'll ask you the obligatory question. Do you remember the first time you played the piano? And I ask you what you play. If you remember what you played, you're going to tell me you don't remember either.
Yes, I started when I was 4. I think my first piece was gamma. Scale. C major. That's what we start from.
And 4 other people in this room are saying, "Why didn't I think of that?" Because of course that's the answer. And did you have aspirations then of becoming a professional pianist?
I'm trying to. My goal is to get admission into the University of Washington right now to get my master's degree, and it will help me to explore Seattle venues and maybe more venues in United States. So I hope.
Well, do you remember that point? I mean, because that's a major commitment right there, becoming a student at that level and committing yourself. Do you remember the point in your life when you said that my commitment is to music?
Yes, I think it was from my childhood. And I had excellent teacher, Elena Albertovna, who inspired me, and she inoculated love for piano music. And since that, I think I have been trying to. And especially when I came to Seattle, I realized that there are lots of opportunity to perform and be appreciated by audience and be understood.
Now, Natalia asked me to ask you this question. You asked me not to ask you this question, but how could I resist? That I understand you have an interest in Indian dancing, or you do Indian dancing.
Yes.
Where does that fit into things?
Yeah, I fell in love with India as well, and I have been dancing since 2000, I guess. So Indian dance is just my passion, a second passion. And it helps me to maintain my mental and physical health. So,
Indian music is so different from Western music. Does one inform the other? Does it mess up your head at times?
Oh my God! It only enriches me. And
do you think you understand Western music a little bit better for plunging into Indian music, or are these just two separate worlds?
These are separate worlds, but I love Indian music for richness of harmony and melodies and rhythm. So all this helps me.
I'm going to ask you a question I didn't ask the previous, since you have 3 pieces of music for us, Skryabin, Rachmaninoff, and Prokofiev. How did you put together this little mini program?
I was playing these pieces at some points of my life. And just when I found out about the competition, I thought, why not to apply for the competition? And I just put them together.
Are these favorite old friends of yours? I mean, these pieces?
Yeah, I love Rachmaninoff, and I understand these emotions. And sometimes I recently gave a recital, and people came up to me and asked, why Russian music is so angry? So I say, it's not angry. This is just emotions and feelings and passion. And I can understand it, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, in the case of Skryabin, I'm not sure I would apply anger just as incredible energy, just in much of his music. It's really quite remarkable. And then Prokofiev is a whole other story. Let us just cease to talk about the music and just listen to it. We begin with the Opus 42, number 5, Etude by Skryabin, the Etude Tableau, Opus 39, number 3 by Rachmaninoff, and concluding this set, the Prelude, Opus 12, number 7 by Prokofiev.
actually the opposite order. But
Oh, well,
and
never go by what's on a piece of paper, I guess.
I would like to add something, since this program is being listened not only in Russia but in India, in my favorite country. So I would like to dedicate my performance to my parents-in-law who are coming to Seattle to support me and my husband with our child, and that's why it will enable me to get my education.
That's
Indeed.
wonderful. Welcome.
Yeah,
We
so
all
I'm
welcome them to
for
Seattle.
you.
Lydia Kotlova, heard here in the Etude by Scriabin, the Opus 42, number 5. We also heard the Etude Tableau, Opus 39, number 3 by Rachmaninoff, and beginning the Prelude, Opus 12, number 7 by Prokofiev. Lydia, I think if I hadn't mentioned the composers and just let you go ahead and play, I would have realized instantly what the order was of those pieces, because each one of them is so distinct to me. Each one of those composers has a very distinct voice, Scriabin, Rachmaninoff, and Prokofiev, and you can't help but pick them out in a crowd, I think, if you know what I mean. It sounds like Scriabin, it sounds like Rachmaninoff, it sounds like Prokofiev. Yeah. You know this.
They are all significant,
but different.
I mean,
and very different. The different emotions that you feel. That was lovely. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Well, thank you for joining us, and George.
Thank you,
George, Nicole, Steve, Andrew, Lydia. Thank you. You give me an awful lot of hope for the future of humanity. That if we can assemble this kind of talent right here on a Friday night in Seattle, the world is a pretty good place.
Yes, absolutely. And I also would like to thank the teachers, because they all have wonderful, great teachers that work with them, and the parents, the patience from the parents. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful team of everyone working together. So if the teachers are listening right now, Peter Mack, Dr. Peter Mack, and Willard Schultz, and Ni Liu, please accept our thank you. Thank you for all this wonderful, talented children.
And Natalia.
And Lydia, she's been training herself, and she's been working very hard by herself, and with a husband.
And Natalia Agaev, thank you for joining us this evening.
It was a pleasure.
It was a great pleasure, and thanks to our audio engineer, Matt Agaz, for providing us with all the technical wonders that made this all possible. We will see you once again in March.
Thank you.
Come back, please. This is 98.1 KING FM Seattle, Northwest Focus Live here at King FM.